0. Here we go. Well. What do we have here? We have Mike and Tim, Dodgers After Duty. What am I? Dodgers 20 Blue Madness podcast. I don't know. Whatever I am.
You're all of it.
We're all over it. All I know is the Dodgers are up 2-0 in freaking Philadelphia. They took 2 in Philadelphia against a lot of teams. People are saying this is the matchup that's going to determine the World Series. I don't know about that now. I'm watching them Brewers a little bit. I guess I really misunderstood or underestimated where they're at, but that's not a problem yet. We got baseball coming to Dodger Stadium on Wednesday. Well, at least Wednesday. How about let's just keep it that. Brewers are still up 7-3. And they're just really, they're playing well. Then again, I'm not sure about the Cubs either. Gosh darn, I'm trying to get my Rumble stuff going, and it's just kind of poo. Prospect report. There it is. There's Blake in the Padre uniform, looking good.
Indeed.
So awesome. But where were you? Where when you were watching that game?
I was at home, just kind of cruising, and put out a few posts on the Twitter about the game. So it was a good game. I mean, the first 5-6 innings were just a pitching duel matchup, which was incredible to watch. Both pitchers were just throwing zeros up on the board and getting strikes, and both teams couldn't hit the pitcher. So I mean, they got a couple small little hits here and there, but nothing that was sustainable. And yeah, it was a great game. Awesome.
Yeah. For actually, really good point. I mean, from a baseball perspective, dang man, that was really good.
Yes,
really good baseball, and Blake Snell did what we talked about.
Yep.
I mean, that dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what a stud! But you and I both talked about it. We're both big fans of his, and understanding that we will take a look at how some pitching possibilities. Because we know at least there's a game on Wednesday. It sounds like it's going to be Yamamoto, which makes all the sense in the world. I can sense the temptation to go, ooh, what we can do. Here's what we can do. We can start Clayton Kershaw.
Oh,
I can see that. I can see that. And you just can't do it.
No, not right now.
Yeah. You just have to go for the gut. And the reason I say that is because of how they did bring in Trinan. I was going to leave, and I would have left Sheehan in. That's what I thought they would do, but they decided to try something different, and it really didn't. It almost killed us. Literally.
I thought for sure Sheehan would come in and just finish the game off, and if need be, have Triton, Sasaki, or somebody, Sheehan got in trouble in the ninth.
Yeah, they had all those options,
or Vesia come in and finish off, one batter, two batters if needed.
Yeah, and Trinan's been better. I just got done listening to Doug just rail on him. It's like, oh man, just like he's off the trust tree. He kind of has to be. And I know what Doc's trying to do. I get it. Gosh, man, freaking Blake Snell, 1 hit.
Yeah.
4 walks, so it's a classic Blake Snell.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
But, at the end of the day, his whip is under 1. No runs. I thought Sheehan looked really good. It was good to see, just for him. Hey, if you're in the strike zone, you're going to do well. It's just when he was pitching against the Reds, he was just missing really, really outside. He just didn't have his mojo. But the way I like trying to be used, to be honest, is all right. We need to just get one batter, and have them get that one guy. But when it's these where it's got to be three things. When he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it. You can't do anything about it. You're just kind of hosed.
Yeah.
But gosh,
And some ways I was a little bit surprised, about Triton's performance tonight. I was kind of hoping that he'd come out and you know, I was hoping that he had figured some stuff out his last two outings that he had because
Yeah,
he didn't look super bad, his
right,
his
right.
last two when he was coming in for relief. So I was like going, okay, let's see it, Blake. Start throwing your stuff and let's get out of this. But that just didn't happen.
That pitch though that Castellanos hit, very low and away, a protect pitch, and he
Hmm.
just he got the bat on the ball,
Yep.
brought in 2 runs. But I wanna talk about the most, I think I'm gonna just forget about Shohei for a second. One of the most amazing players that we've seen to be a Gold Glove right fielder, to become a shortstop and play really well this year, and to make that play on the
That
wheel.
bunt. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And hey, credit to Max Muncy. That was, man, he put that throw right on the money. Um, Man, that was just that was, Doc said it. He goes, "That was a game saver." He
Hmm.
said that was the game, and I think he's right, that they had to do it. They had to go to get that guy at third. The fact that Mookie waited till the very last second so, Stott could not pull back on it.
Hmm.
Um, that's Mookie Betts, though.
Oh,
That's the player he is.
definitely. And did you see Freeman's interview?
I
But
did, yeah.
because he talked about that, when they were at the on the mound and they were all talking about it. Mookie brought that up. He's like going, "Hey, if this happens, we're gonna have to throw the wheel out and
Mhm.
you do this and let's do that." And Freddie's like going, "I'll go cover second if need be." And
Oh,
they worked it all out right there on the mound, and then there
yeah.
you go, and
'Cause
then executed it.
Freddie didn't wanna leave second open because Tommy has to go cover first. Just really that's why you have, I mean, look at that infield.
Hmm.
You've got the baseball IQ of Freddie Freeman, Tommy Edman, Mookie Betts, and Max Muncy. I'll put Muncy's maybe a little lower,
Yeah.
but not much. You know, these guys know how to play baseball, and they showed it because they didn't really show a lot of defense this year. But for them to show it this time, oh my gosh, that was
Yeah.
just fantastic. And so just so much, that's if they go win this whole thing, this is one this that play is going to be one of those. And then of course Freddie, Tommy Tanks decides to do his Steve Sachs impression.
Or
And
his Gavin Lux impression.
yeah, I mean, geez, what's this with Dodgers and second baseman? And Freddie had to save the day with that. I mean, that's a lot for him to get that big 35-year-old body down there like that, and he stumbles around to keep up. But that was fantastic. Just
Yeah, he dug that out really good.
yeah, just amazing. Hope Miggy Rose okay. Sounds like he's now day to day. He did on the when he was he was covering third. Oh, it was on that bases. It was bases loaded or whatever. Yes, and he had to get the third out, and he dove to third to make that happen. I guess he hurt himself a little bit. But
Okay.
yeah,
Dave Roberts was saying that he's been dealing with a little bit of a hamstring issue
mhm. Yeah,
today, so
yeah, and that's, I mean, because the way he landed wasn't it. It was probably the quick move
mhm.
to make that happen. But all in all, they took care of business. Will Smith got his first hit back, and it's kind of I wrote a tweet, Dave Roberts with his 6D chess move, making sure that Will Smith's batting in the right spot. just just things working out. Dave's taking a lot of crap for the Trinan thing. I'm not gonna, a bit, but my thing was just leave Sheehan in. Um, I think they were being careful with Roki, going, hey, he hasn't done 2 games in 3 days. Fortunately, he only threw 2 pitches.
Mhm.
But they could, because it was Mad Choriyama or Chad Moriyama said, and he really made a good point. If you start Sheehan in that inning, you could pull him out at any time because he's already thrown to 3 batters.
Yeah.
Versus you bring in a fresh gun, he's got to go to the 3 batters. And the way that some of our guys have been, I wish we didn't have that 3 batter rule, man. I mean, geez, it's rough.
It is rough. It's, I don't know. I saw that stuff too, and excuse me, everybody, pounding on Triton and stuff. Like I said, he's been doing pretty good the last couple relief spots that he's come into. I don't, I don't have any problems with Dave Roberts, putting him in that position. You know, he's been doing it for forever, and apparently he's got some things that are going on mentally, or that he's struggling with, and hopefully, he can, with a lot of good prayer, he'll be able to figure things out.
Yeah, I think he just, he's been injured a lot this year, and sometimes this stuff isn't there. I mean, he just right now he doesn't have that stuff, but it could come. I mean, all it took was one tweak from Rob Hill, and all of a sudden, Roki Sasaki is this beast. I mean, coming in and just dominating. And it is how much Roki comes. Here's Roki Sasaki. His first start at Dodger Stadium, they catch him in the dugout. Looks like he's got tears in his eyes. This dude comes out and saves 2 games in Philadelphia, including runners on first and third. Trey Turner, the freaking batting champion. And 2 pitches, he gets the ground out, and gets the save. And now he's got 2 playoff saves and no other saves.
Yeah, I mean, his whole career. I mean, that's a career high for him with with the 2 saves. I mean, last game was a career high for him for a first save. So it's good to see him coming out there and accepting his role that he has in the bullpen, and taking it and running with it, and just being saying, hey, here I am. And I think this is going to boost his confidence going into 2026. And I think he could be just an excellent starter next year, once he goes through all of his spring training and his off season stuff. And yeah, I think he's going to be excellent pitcher next year.
Yeah, it's good to see that, just get just the little tweak, whatever it was that Rob Hill found. And for him now, it's, I mean, really, if you look at it, the main pitchers that we use now are starters. Sheehan went to Glasnow the other day. Roki is a starter, and they need to keep doing that because in general, the starters are the best pitchers. One guy we haven't seen in the Phillies series, at least we haven't seen Jack Dreyer.
Right.
A little surprised.
I'm a little surprised about that, and I'm not going to be surprised if we see Ben Kasparius back on the roster.
It'll be interesting to see what they do. Especially, for a 7-game series, I think they have to at least add one more pitcher. And Benny Caps sounds like the right guy to me.
And I couldn't agree more with Richard Flores on, Ohtani's, putting the bat on the ball. Even Pages, I was a little disappointed in him today. It seems like he went back to the, beginning of the season, swinging for the fence mentality, and at bat. Instead of just putting the ball into play like he normally does, and puts it in the gap. He's been in. You and I have talked about it many times over the years, with you and I, and that's his bread and butter, is putting that ball in the gap.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't have the chat on. I missed all of this. Jeez, sorry, folks. Can't deal with Jansen 2.0. Oh, it is that was. And so one of the things is, I was in a meeting from like inning, I don't know, 2 through 6 or something like that.
Wow.
Oh man, that was rough. And I'm just periodically just looking at the the game cast. Can't even watch the game. Oh man, and just trying to conduct myself professionally. That thing's going on, and then just what? Oh gosh, what a That was stressful, and I'm still kind of feeling it. I think I'm going to really struggle to sleep tonight. It's like,
Honestly, I'm not really all stressed out about it because I kind of had them losing today anyways, so it wasn't really like a big deal for me.
yeah, let's see. So I like what Showtime's saying. Let Dryer if you're going to do something, at least give Dryer a shot.
Yeah.
Because they really don't have. I mean, right-handed wise, they're weak in terms of non-starters. But Sheehan, hopefully he will be ready to go if they need him on Wednesday. But hopefully Yamamoto goes a good strong 7, and then I don't know, Roki goes an inning, Dryer goes an inning or something like that. Vesia probably gets some work too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the thing about Vesia, we know he's been there, done that.
Jeez.
It's rough, Norm. But yeah, that was the last thing as I was thinking, watching the game while I was at work, because I was kind of in and out, just going, oh yeah, Blake Trinan's the one I'm thinking of. I was thinking, I really was thinking Sheehan for 3, or if they were going to do something weird, and I put it out on Twitter that they would try to close with Kirsch. I just don't trust that. I don't trust Doc sometimes with those sentimental things. How about the Dodgers just go win 10-1 on Wednesday, and you can have
Call it good.
Tanner Scott throw the 8th, and Clayton Kershaw finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't have any qualms with Roberts. I think he's been managing he managed a good wild card, and he's managing a good NLDS right now. I mean,
Yeah, he's like 99%. I mean, when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't leave Triton in there. He
Yeah,
he only had to leave him in there for to get the 3 batters.
yeah.
But after that, he replaced him. Then Vesia came in and he replaced him right away, and then then went to Sasaki. So it's just like he was putting trust in his 2 guys to finish it out, and they didn't get the job done tonight. And the Dodgers came out with a 1-run win, on the back of Sasaki, who's running hot right now.
Yep. See Noah giving some shouts out. Appreciate you, Noah. See
You know?
Yeah, Muncy's throw, Freeman's dig. Well, yeah, and just Mookie getting there,
Mhm.
and Beal catching that ball, and being able to make that tag. That was just between Max and Mookie. That's just amazing baseball. And again, the Dodgers end up winning this whole thing. That's the guy. So yeah, I want to poke at this. I'm not trying to go back on people, but there's a reason they got Blake Snell instead of Max Fried. Max
Mhm.
Fried has had some good playoff things, but he's also been kind of shaky, and it's stuff. Blake Snell's got the stuff. That's why Roki's so good. Isn't just because he throws hard. It's just the stuff. It's that extra, that you bring, and plus Blake Snell, you were talking about it, man. He just got that fire. It's a weird fire or something like that. It's kind of a quirky fire, maybe a gamer fire. I don't know, but he's just. I think he wants this so bad. I think this is his 2020 revenge,
Mhm.
even though it's with the Dodgers.
Yep. So I put this out on the on the X world,
Mhm.
and I'm kind of eager to see, especially Richard Flores, and Noah, and what they're going to say in the chat. When I mention this, is like, what's up with Teoscar Hernandez? All of a sudden wanting to hustle now and leg out a double when it should have been a single.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he wants to put out. Come on, man. Yeah, we've talked about Paez, base running. You know, you got to keep that inning going, and should have just stayed at first base.
Yeah, I was shocked to see that too, and yeah, it was just shocked to see that, and especially since he didn't get a good jolt out of the box.
I mean, he can't run down to first base when there was a high probability that he would have been safe once the pitcher fumbled the ball and he's jogging down to first base, half-heartedly. If he was actually came out of the box and hustled, he probably would have been on base. But now he wants to go and leg out a double. I mean, come.
Yeah. I think Teo's just a little. He dances to the beat of his own walk, man.
Yeah.
I'm pulling this up. I'm going to pull it up. Oh shoot! Gosh darn it! I don't want to visit shop. The wrong button. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, Aaron, she really wanted that insurance run really bad.
Let's see. I only got this on my phone. Well, I'll look at it later. Let's see. Hey Noah, if you have a link for it, do I have you? Let me make you a moderator, and if you have the link for it, if you could send that in, that would be great. Or send that so we can play it for everyone.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to to Richard Flores's comment. I would really like to see Ohtani step it up and start hitting the ball instead of just swinging at air.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit with the lefties. They're pitching him really well, but he got that bat on the ball later.
He did.
And so that's he's hopefully making some adjustments, because yeah, he could be really frustrating with that sometimes. It's like, dude, well, and we see this with the Dodgers sometimes. Like, wait a minute, all we need is a single, or all we need is a bat on the ball. The last thing we need is a strikeout. And what do you get? You get the strikeout. No advancement, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, yeah.
And you did, and leaving runners in scoring position. Instead of just, and that's what I was saying about Pajes tonight. It's just like, man, you have been putting the bat on that ball and driving in runs. And why are you swinging for the fences all game long?
Yeah. Yeah. This is just one of those things where you've got to, yeah. This is when it matters. Let's see. Here's some stuff. So, Richie, Mrs. Richie from Devore found underwear on sale at Walmart. Went to buy pairs these past 72 hours. Boy, good thing we're not having him on the show at the moment, man. I tell you, that was fun the other day. Let's see. Yeah, when cheerleader. So I didn't get, man. That's the thing. I don't get any of the post game, because the only thing I'm watching it off of is off of what is it, TBS, off the feed off Fubo or.
Oh, they're doing their Sportsnet stuff. Sportsnet LA.
I don't get it.
Oh, you don't?
No, so I don't get all the post game stuff. So when it's a Dodger game, with the Dodgers broadcasting, I get all that stuff. But you know how Jerry will put up his sign in the 8th inning or whatever. So I don't get that. There's Dan. Game 3, if pitches we lead, we can have. Yeah, I that would be crazy, man. They have a big lead, just go all Japanese. Just throw them all at them. Boy, Imanaga got, speaking of Japanese, he got kind of lit up today. Got spotted a 3-run lead and then gave up a 3-run shot.
Well, that's his MO though. I mean, he was like that in the NPB. That was the biggest tarnish on his resume. Was giving up the home run.
Yeah, he's a 4 or 5. I mean, which is nice, but our 4 is Tyler Glass now.
I think it's what was it? The last 7 games, he's given up 1 home run or more.
Yeah, and today he was walking guys too. Yeah. I think he had 3 walks. So yeah, this is Noah's bringing this up. Aaron Nola starts that game, which means Max Muncy starts at third base for sure. I wonder if they're gonna. I think they'll start Will.
Yes.
That's what they seem to be talking about. Unless he wakes up tomorrow and doesn't feel right. But yeah, and Suarez, has some good experience. Ranger Suarez, you get that right. But I looked at, man, Nola's been bad. But that's also the curse for the Dodgers, right? They'll go against some guy with an ERA over 5, and all of a sudden he's Cy Young. So let's hope that doesn't happen. This is one of those. This is just go. This is go for the throat. We don't. Fortunately, this isn't like in 2024. It's like, hey, we have to throw a game because we got to save our pitching. They don't need to throw this game at all. They can. They got Yamamoto. They could use Ohtani if they wanted to. They could use Sheehan a little bit. They got Sasaki. If they have to go with the old man, we haven't seen Dryer. We got Bonda. So a lot of lefties in the bullpen, but that's what they got to do is just go all in, because then you still got Thursday with Glasnow, and you still will have plenty of pitching available. So.
Well, I mean, Yamamoto's pitching, so the run support isn't going to be all that much. So
that's true. No, I think they're going to flip the switch. They're flip the script, I think, on this one.
I hope so.
All right, I'm going to pull up the pitching stuff because I think about this stuff way too much. So right now, this is where we're at. We had Ohtani. Let me make this a little smaller so that maybe we'll get some better love with it here, and make the font a bit bigger. View. We'll zoom it to like 150. There we go.
Man, I thought Dodger fans were bad. Philadelphia fans were just booing.
Oh my God,
their team, man.
Yeah, they were booing guys like in the 6th inning, man.
Wow.
I know. Oh,
they are ruthless.
Here's Noah's thing. Let me pull it up from here. I'm gonna just hold on. Let me switch this out for a second. We'll do it with. I got so many. There we go. All right, let's see if you guys can you hear this? Let's see.
Can't hear it. Can't hear it.
Ooh. Oh man. Well, those are Philly people, right?
I couldn't hear it.
Oh, you couldn't hear it?
Oh
man. Oh, I'll try it again. Let's see. Let's do this again. I'm gonna put this on. Put the speaker on. Let me know. Try this one real quick again.
Hello, history man.
Can you hear that?
No.
Dang it. Oh well. Can't quite get my gear together here because I hear everything here. Dang it. Oh well. It's well, the link's in there in the chat, folks, if you guys want to look at it. But they were skewering Doc, and this is Philadelphia people. But Doc needs to decide sometimes. It just that just is what it is. I think he'll learn.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things that Doc seems to really do well in the postseason. He does adapt. Like, I always go back to Game 4 of the 2020 World Series. He stopped using Kenley Jansen after that. Kenley was done for the series, basically, unless it was a rout. And he was going with Trinan and going with Urias and those types of things. So I'm going to play a little optimism here. So let's say that the Dodgers do sweep this.
Mm-hmm.
That means I'm going to move it one more over. Go here. And go, okay, from there, with Ohtani, Snell, Yamamoto, which are the big three, I don't think you come back and start Glasnow. I think you can because the first game will be on the 13th. You can come back with this guy. Yeah, actually, this will work. This actually works too. At least to begin the series against I'm assuming the Brewers. Remembering the first two are in Milwaukee, or they could go, let's give Yamamoto one more day, and you could do this. Maybe this is a better thing. Plus, I think Yamamoto, I mean, his last experience in Milwaukee was not pleasant. If you recall that. And they really could come back with Snell, because he is a guy that you could use on 5 days rest and not have to do the Sheehan Kershaw thing.
I don't know. I kind of want to keep the.
Hold on. You say something again, Mike?
There. Hello?
Oh, man. We lost you again. Unmute. Try it again.
I'm not muted.
Can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay. I can't hear you right now. Dang it.
Can the chat hear me?
Oh, I know. There you go. My bad.
No worries.
Gotcha. Got it back.
I kind of want to keep the Snell Yamamoto thing going, because it seems like they're really building off of one another right now. And for me, I don't want to break that up by throwing Ohtani in.
The question would be, though, how much do you want to leave Ohtani out? Because this would be a 10-day rest for him, even right there.
Well, how much we're leaving Glasnow's yet to pitch,
I know.
in the starting role, which is like really mind-boggling to me. So I mean, when's Glasnow going to pitch?
I know. I mean, the thing is, you got that big three. I think Glasnow would go a game 4, because I can come back here and go Snell, and then Ohtani would be kind of a reach. Maybe this, if you go back to this one, which is, then you do Ohtani here again, because Ohtani could do this one game, or not. I mean, Ohtani, Yamamoto could do that game. You go Snell here, because he can do 5 days rest. The normal starting pitcher's rest. Then Yamamoto would come back with the 6-day rest, which has been what he's been doing the last month.
Mm-hmm.
And then you still have what do you got? Then it gets tough. Because Ohtani cannot come back on a 5-day rest.
See, and then for me personally, I put Glasnow on the 16th, and I want right now with the pitching staff, I want Ohtani's bat more than I want his arm.
Yeah, I hear you, but you got to figure out with the Dodgers, you got to start thinking like they are. They want him to pitch. But I'm like, I maybe I'm going to just throw this out there. Maybe they have to do something like this, depending on how things go. Maybe they do this. They go, I'm going to mess around a little bit here. I think you go for the kill if you can, but maybe you have to do this. And is that so bad? Or is it, is it this Kershaw Sheehan thing? Is it that?
Yeah.
And then you go, well, then if they can get it in 5, then they start out the World Series with Snell and Yamamoto, hopefully at home. So I think as long as it's not the Blue Jays, I think they'd get it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people said,
yeah, a lot of people in the chat got some good stuff there.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me to start Ohtani. Well, no, yeah, that's weird that they would go with Ohtani, just because they'd like to have him rest. But if they were to go with Ohtani, that kind of bumps things up. Let's play with that a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of nuke these guys, and we'll go if they go Ohtani. And I didn't hear that, Norm. So unfortunately, I don't get to hear that stuff. And then they could, I guess, Snell, and then Yam, and then Glass. And then Ohtani he couldn't really come back. He couldn't. Yeah, he would have to go here. It's almost you wouldn't get Snell or Yamamoto twice. I don't know. And it's you wonder, what do the Dodgers think?
Right.
I think right now in my trust list is I think that my top two are Snell and Yamamoto.
Oh yeah.
Ahead of Ohtani.
Mm-hmm.
Not that, however, Ohtani could go out and throw 7 innings of no-hit ball.
But again, we haven't even seen what Glasnow can do right now.
Yeah.
He could come in and say we go to game 4, and he pitches just like lights out, a lights out game, which he's very capable of doing.
Very.
And then, then what does it do? Go Snell, Yamamoto, Snell now? Because Ohtani's he's doing okay. He's doing good, but he's not Yamamoto and he's not Snell.
Yeah. And both Yamamoto and Snell are playoff proven.
Yeah.
As pitchers. Let's see. I'm just going to look at this one. Yeah, he's better at home. I think also, isn't it Yamamoto also better at home though?
He is.
Well, and so the good news about things like this, like Ohtani going on 5 days or something like that, you could, or you could, if they leave Sheehan out and just have him as a piggyback, that's a legit thing to do too. What I don't want to see, and I don't think any of us want to see this, is a game where one of our starters goes 5 and Sheehan had pitched the day before, so he can't cover any of the ground, and we're stuck with what we have. Which I don't know if we could get. I don't know if we could go 4 innings with that bullpen without giving up 2 runs.
Yeah, and let's say, we're ahead, 9-0 going into the 6th inning. Is Dave Roberts going to pull Yamamoto? And start using the bullpen on that just to give him more rest? Who knows?
Yeah.
What's going? Is that when we see Glasnow come in and pitch 7 in the 8th inning? And Sheehan comes in at the 9th, or Sasaki comes in at the 9th, or Sasaki comes in at the 7th and 8th, and who knows? What's going to happen?
Norm, I'm not fixed on his last start. His last start, he just had that one bad inning that was just weird. It's because Blake Snell and Yoshinobu Yamamoto are proven playoff pitchers. These guys have been in the biggest games on the biggest of stages.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with Ohtani arguably being their best starter.
He was written there. I mean, he had a lot of good stuff. I mean, he no-hit the Phillies for 6 innings. I mean, that was impressive. Till the bullpen did their thing. I mean, but yeah, no, I get it. I mean, this is a good these are really first world problems.
Right.
Because, right now Tyler Glasnow is the ace of the Cubs, and it's not even close.
Mm-hmm. And I completely, Norm. That's exactly what I just said, Norm.
Yeah.
It all depends on what the series score is going to be. They could come up with the best plan, and the Dodgers are, ahead 11-0, or they're getting blown out. And everything's going to change.
Yep. Well, and that could be the Kershaw thing. I would trust. Put it this way: I would trust Kershaw over 4 innings against the Phillies is probably more than the various bullpen parts over 4 innings.
Mm-hmm.
And we've just seen it. There are 3 runs here, a couple runs there. They just keep going versus, not. I mean, I'm hoping that we don't get 5 innings out of any of our starters. We need to keep getting the 6 because of the way this bullpen is, and keep using the starters. Use the starters in relief when you can. But also, it's when you really can nail down a win. You just when those wins are sitting there, you got to grab it. You got to go out and get it, and you worry about tomorrow a little bit later. And like I said, they don't have to worry. Tomorrow is not as big a worry as it was last year.
Well, it's like game 5 of the World Series last year.
Yeah.
who knew what they were going to do in game 6 or 7?
Oh yeah,
They threw
game 6.
the kitchen
Yeah.
sink at it.
Yep. We had Yamamoto available for one of those, but it might have been we had to use Tony Gonsolin for a game 7 or something like that if Walker wasn't able to come back.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, let's see. I think we already saw this one. Yeah, I saw that one. Save the most important starters for the big ones in game 6 and game 7. Or let's not get to game 6 and game 7.
Mm-hmm.
Let's win this thing. Yeah, and Doug made a really good point. It's like you've got to go for it because Doug was saying, "Oh my gosh, the World Series flashed before my eyes." It's all about compensating for the bullpen. I know it's 180 from the 2024 playoffs, and some of these guys got to catch the good infection. They got to catch what be Roki. At least be Emmett Sheehan coming in 2 innings, 1 run when you got a 4-0 lead is not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
3 batters, 3 runs. Or 2 runs. That's the problem.
And it's a sad reality. And
Yeah.
normally I completely agree with you on that one. It is 180 degree. From 2024, and at least we have something to compensate. Kind of like what Tim's been saying. Since the playoffs have started, is put the starting pitchers in the relief position, so we can compensate for that. And it's too bad that we have to go that route.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be this way. I mean, we're supposed to have Kirby Yates and Tanner Scott supposed to be locking these things down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clear that Tanner Scott ain't closing any 9. Isn't pitching in any situations yet.
No.
They're going to look for some room, which I still think they would have. I wish they would have spent more time doing that with him in the preparation for the season. They kept going, "Oh, he's a closer. He's our closer. He's our closer." No, he's not your closer. He's a situational guy, and he's an expensive situational guy. But it's not my money, so I don't care. I want to win. I want to go to more parades, and if that's what you need to do with Tanner Scott to go have him just pitch in situations, great. Let him do that. Let him take down an inning against where 2 of the 3 batters are left-handers. I'm not worried about that. I actually would. I'm more confident still in him in some ways than probably everybody else on this chat. Let's see, what's the norm say? Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's very true. Sheehan's got amazing stuff, and just the fact that he was able to come in and throw strikes was an encouragement. He learned something today. I'm sure that
Oh,
yeah, he
by
learned.
by far. I mean, he had his panic attack start, the other day, and then he came out and he's like, "Hey, I can do this." Today was a huge, in my opinion, huge confidence builder for Sheehan.
Mhm,
And I think, the next time we see him, he's just going to be like, "Okay, there he is, just
mhm.
lights out."
I agree. I agree. Yeah, I just yeah, his stuff does play up, and it's he comes at a very different arm, or just the slot and the way he's kind of low to the ground and all that. His mechanics, I like the variety that he brings. Um, no lead is to see. I actually he actually has gotten people out. I think we will see him. I really don't want to see it in a situation like Doc just kept going, "Hey, this guy's really down. Let's keep beating him while he's down. Let's keep putting him in situations." And it got
Yeah,
so bad for him that even good pitches were getting hit.
yeah.
Things out of the zone like we all wanted him to do. And yeah.
And I kind of agree with what History Man is saying there, that the Brewers will be their biggest challenge. I was getting a couple of messages, today, saying, "Oh, it looks like it, nobody knows for sure, but it looks like it's going to be the Dodgers and Brewers, and the Brewers, had the Dodgers number all year long."
Mhm.
Well, and then I just, messaged them back and said, "Well, the Padres had our number
Mhm.
all of last year."
Yep. And the Phillies this year too. They beat us 2 out of 4. or 4-2. They were 4-2 against us.
Yeah, and look what we did to the Padres. So
Yeah.
anything that I think the Dodgers, their mentality, the clubhouse, their mentality totally switches and turns and dials up to the next notch. And that's why, we keep saying that the regular season really doesn't matter right now.
All right. Dodgers explicits in the house.
Had your kids, had your wife.
My guys. This
What's
Josh or Ram? Guessing it's Josh.
What's up, man?
Good to see you guys. Guys' channels are still kicking butt, I see.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
Good for them.
Yeah, I'm going to take a lot of credit for it because I put them on a couple years ago. Well, and they had just a few hundred followers, and now they're just killing it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, I see these guys. I see they're going to do well. I might as well get a little bit, get them while I can before they're too big for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they got some purpose also, that there's some players that are getting older, and they may be thinking, hey, this may be our last shot, actually to where they're going to be putting in a huge effort. And I think the Clayton Kershaw, let's win for Kersh is in their minds also.
Mm-hmm. And Norm puts this out here, and I this is understandable, but instead what Doc did, he goes, let me put him into close more. Let's just beat him down until he's a nothing. So, I mean, it's like, what? Just put Benny Caps on the roster. Yeah, all this stuff. At the end of the day, we're going to see that not great narrative. Yeah, they're pitching though. They got that velocity. They do come in, throw hard. The Miz was looking good today. Let's see, explicit. Hey, Ram. I saw your vision. That was great, man. You guys doing it well. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, getting back to that, win it for Kersh. I mean, that's one of the reasons that some of these guys signed. And now, of course, Conforto's not on the roster, but I'm sure that was part of the reason. And then Kirby Yates clearly wanted to get that ring. And they're still,
they're still going to get it.
They're going to get a ring. They just may not contribute in the postseason.
Yeah.
But I think they really need to look and go and they'll do that as they go. What we're going to need for the next series. If they should get to the next series, but if not, I'm not trying to put anything on there, but they will go and adjust their roster based on that. I think you will see Dalton Rushing probably not on the roster for the NLCS. They'll go with Benny Rowe and, of course, Will Smith.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, I know. And he hasn't even had a chance to even have an at-bat yet. I was hoping he'd at least get some. I want him to experience the vibe. So maybe maybe he'll get an at-bat on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, hope they route him and let some things happen. I want to see the route because I still believe we're going to need a Tanner Scott. We're gonna need something. It might just be once. Yeah, we're gonna need him that one time, and hopefully he can perform.
At least Rushing got to play in the wild card. So
when did he play?
Didn't he play in the wild card? When did he substitute for?
I'm trying to remember.
He substituted for for Freeman.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
At first base.
Did he? I can't. Man, that was a long time ago.
And then he caught one game.
I can't even remember. I'm going back. It's like everything is such a everything is just so crazy.
And he got hits in both of those starts.
Let's see. So Dalton. So Benny Rowe played game 1. I don't see Rushing in there at all. And game 2. Yeah, I thought he was in game 2 myself. For some reason, box. And where did he get in there? No, he didn't play.
Okay. Maybe, it was probably against Seattle then.
Yeah, he played really well against Seattle. Got some time in there.
Yeah, because he played first, and then he caught like the next day.
See, this is this is underrated important. Smith getting a forced rest. He's kind of like last year when Mookie was down for 2 months. Dude was fresh for the postseason. So sometimes that matters. Yeah, he was definitely wearing down because you saw his batting average. He was like leading the league like at 328 or something like that. And what he ended up like 285 or something. I mean, it was something. It was later than usual for him, but he really did slow down.
I mean, I don't know. What was he really tired? You know, he got a lot of rest. This is the most rest he's had since he's been at the starting catcher
Mm-hmm.
in this year.
Still, it's just the way he's built. He just can't handle that.
I think he was going through a little slump at the end of the year.
Well, that too, but was it because of catching all that?
Yeah,
because he doesn't, like Cal Raleigh goes, hey, I can catch some of it and DH the rest. We don't have that option because, in some ways I don't disagree with the idea of Shohei maybe not hitting sometimes when he pitches. Now, not during the playoffs because his bat, you got to have the threat, just the threat in there. But some of those games, like give him a day off, just let him pitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how he does that.
It's insane.
It's like, wait, what? It was sure funny to listen, and it's for it was weird on Saturday hearing the silence in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And today was the boos. That was just wow. Just crazy. But that's what they do. I don't boo my own team. And frankly, I don't boo even the opponents, except there's a couple that get it. Some of the real bad cheaters and Astros. Some of those Astros from 2017. Carlos Correa will forever be booed. Jose Altuve forever.
Mm-hmm.
So Alex Bregman and Springer. So Springer's back with they face the Blue Jays in the World Series. Will be booing him. And the Dodgers are on a pace right now. They may not get home field advantage in any of these series, except the wild card that they had.
Yeah.
So the Brewers will have the advantage, and Blue Jays look really good. Man,
Blue Jays do look really good.
Jeez.
But the Yankees aren't that great of a team, so that's not really surprising me.
Yeah. They put together, MVP struck out the runner-up and MVP. Yeah, that's true. The Yankees, they kind of it's kind of like when you make those big trades. You go, hey, we're trading a big star, and we're getting a lot of pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, other than the Herschel Walker trade, way back in the day, the team that gets the best player wins the trade. And you can look at it like this. The Yankees traded Juan Soto for Goldschmidt and Cody Bellinger and all that. They've had nice years. They're not Juan Soto.
No.
Juan Soto is a way better hitter than those guys. Now, if Goldie was in his prime, different story. But
yeah. American League is very weak to me.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they had. I don't know if you saw it, but the Blue Jays had Justin Brule out there throwing.
Yeah,
it was kind of shocking. He got kind of lit up. I would love Dodgers Mariners World Series. Good friend of mine is a Mariners fan. Maybe I'll get a chance to go up and watch the Dodgers beat him. Yeah, the way I have it, my order. If the Dodgers don't win, it's definitely the Mariners first. If the Brewers win it, I'm not crying. I have no hate for the Brewers at all.
No, not at all.
And they've never won it, so I always go back. Who hasn't won it?
Exactly. That's exactly what I do.
Except the Padres. And back in '98, I rooted for them. I rooted for the Padres. I don't like the players on this team. That's the difference. I love the players on that team, man. Ken Caminiti, watching that guy play, man, give him steroids so he can at least stand up. I mean, but yeah, T. Gwynn, of course, Steve Finley. I loved watching Kevin Brown. I liked a lot of those players.
Yeah.
But now, I don't like the guys they have. So, and I like Bochy, and Trevor Hoffman, and there's some good players. It was, the Dodgers weren't any good in '98 anyway. So after the Dodgers were out, it's like, oh, I might as well just. It was like the only time I really rooted for the Padres.
Mm-hmm.
It was that time, just because I liked the guys, and I didn't like some of the other teams that were playing. But yeah, don't deserve it until they win more. Who's that? Who's
Brewers.
that? We're talking the Brewers.
The Brewers.
Yeah. That's really, yeah. If the Dodgers are out, I will be spending my time. Maybe the TV will be in the background, but I will not spend 1 second sitting there going, "Ooh, I got to watch the World Series." I just won't.
Well,
We got it. We'll have to get our off season going then.
I'll be in Arizona no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you'll have stuff, and we'll be already be working on the off season.
Yeah.
So, that's the thing. There's no off season for the podcasters, man.
Is Showtime still in here? Or did he take off?
He probably took off. He's in the Midwest.
Mm.
So it's probably almost midnight for him.
Because Sean Lennon was pitching tonight.
Where?
In the AFL. I was watching it.
Oh, okay. I lost track of him after he got traded to Washington.
Yeah. He came in and started. I saw his first strikeout.
Oh, cool. Yeah, good kid.
Yes.
Yeah. But Eric Swan, man. I'm a fan. We're not gonna play this political stuff. I think Mr. Trinan's I think he's okay with what's going on right now. Yeah, we saw that, Noah, the umps with the Padre players in the dugout.
That was crazy.
Somebody should be fined for that. That's for sure. That was way over the top.
Yeah.
You can't do that. No matter how bad it is, you can't get that close where it looks like you're trying to fight them. They're the umpires. Oh yeah. So okay.
Didn't he like push a hand put a hand on one of the umps? Somebody
That's what it looked like. But they're very aggressive towards you can't do that. You cannot do that to the umpires. A fine is a minimum. Really there should be a suspension. Local SD fans ripping Manny Tatis. Very true. Yeah, Manny is a bully with local writers. And hey, I said it a few days ago. They should trade Tatis. They should trade Tatis. Yeah, for sure. They'll probably lose in Cancun too. No, I mean, it's a team that it's just really easy to not like. And I saw some Padre fan put up a picture of Profar going, "Bring him home." Like, oh, please do. Because he just makes it even better to not like them.
Yeah.
But it was Profar, Machado, and Tatis. That's like the most gross team. Just no thank you.
Well, I'm gonna have a fun 4 days over at my house because the coach for the Padres, his mom will be staying at our house
Schilt's mom?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wonder what she'll have to say.
I don't know. It's gonna be.
It looks like Schilt keeps his job. Because they probably would have fired him already if they weren't going to keep him.
Yeah, my son-in-law, his dad works for the mom's like real estate, and they live in Chicago.
Okay.
and so they're all coming out here for a wedding that's this weekend. So
I'm sure. Yeah, you want to have her on?
no,
We'll be nice.
her room's going to be all decorated in Dodger stuff.
Oh yeah. You can make it worse. Have it with Machado stuff. But hey, Machado and Tatis, at least between the two of them, got 2 hits in their play and their loss. So congratulations, man. Manny's his lifetime playoffs. He's like 207. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Just yeah. And Tatis, and people were talking about he's not the same player. I know I was listening to was it Steve Woods' show? No, it wasn't Woodsy. Can't remember who it was right now, but one of the Padre guys. And they're talking about it. It's like Tatis is not the same player he was, really before the hormones, the steroids.
yeah.
And he really isn't, because his bat's off. I mean, his attitude, he still acts like he's this superstar, and I still can't believe Major League Baseball puts a spotlight on that guy. They really shouldn't. That is not the guy. Where's the Mookie Betts role model? I mean, where's his big ads? That Mookie Betts is everything you want in a baseball player.
Freddie Freeman.
I know, yeah. Freddie's really boring though.
Yeah, but
Mookie's cool. Freddie's just dad. Not that that's a bad thing. But it's just they should be highlighting better players, better humans than Tatis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people say, "Oh, he says he's a Christian now." Well, still, it doesn't erase the fact he got 3 baby mamas. He did the horse warmer, and he did the motorcycle stuff, and he acts like a clown, and he does profane things on the field and doing his. Remember last year shaking his face and like just man, the how long till Kirsch gets a statue? How about next year? I'm dead serious. Don't even mess around.
I think within the next couple of years.
I hope so. But yeah, and just retire his number. When he's done, just and because you're not going to give it to anybody, just retire it. And because I think it'd be cool just to it depends on what he wants too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe he just wants to go. You know what? I don't want to come to LA. I'll come out in the summer maybe for a bit, but I don't want to go to spring training. I don't want to go to Dodger Stadium. I want to be, I want to just be dad. I want to do all that stuff. I mean, those kids are, those older ones are what? I think Callie's a 10 or 11, and Charlie looks like he's about 14.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a big kid. And he's got another one coming. So
yeah,
gonna have 5.
And I would say, John Rod, I don't know. I think, personally, Roberts has had a lot of trust into Blake Snell.
Yeah. Well, he left him in when it got a little tight there. He did not cash him.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that in? Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Well, and I think Doc, well, yeah, he has no, I mean, I get there's a few ways to look at that. Has no choice. One is just to go, hey, he deserves this shot based on what happened in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is, of course, what are your options? I mean, I think we talked about it. I don't know. Maybe I was talking because I talked to Doug yesterday too, not on the air, but it's like, who do you trust more, Blake Snell in the 7th or most of the relievers? It's Blake. Maybe it was you. I can't remember now. It's all a fuzz, but yeah, Blake Snell's got just amazing stuff, and I trust him.
He's actually kind of surprised me, honestly, the way he's pitching right now.
Oh, I'm not at all. He does this thing at the end of the year. Let's see. I'm going to leave that one alone there, Javier. I don't know what you mean, but I was going to go. I'm not sure. Let's hope we can see. I would love to see the game get into a situation where they get Kershaw out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. And then Great to have Snell pitching for us. Yeah, a lot easier for. I know. Yeah, Blake Snell's one of the elite pitchers. He does his thing. The Dodgers are full of really good pitchers.
It's good to have a good, solid starting rotation this year.
Yeah. It's amazing. Now it's like maybe next year we get them both, get the bullpen, the rotation, and and maybe and some offense. and I think no way going into the season. I didn't see anybody predicting the Dodgers bullpen would be even close to this bad.
Yeah. Complete shocker.
Yeah. This would be amazing. I want that so bad. Kershaw getting the last out. But more importantly, I want the Dodgers to win. So, but hey, if that game's, outside of Grand Slam range, Clayton Kershaw's closing that game for me.
Oh, definitely.
But I have someone backing him up right away. Because if they start Arizona diamond backing him. So this is a good question. This is a real good question. After Sheehan pitched tonight and Glasnow goes game 4, who comes in after Yamamoto? I think Sheehan might be able to go a little bit. That's why Yamamoto needs to go 7. that kind of solves a lot of things.
Well, I mean, Sheehan only pitched what, 2 innings?
Yeah, I was gonna go look at his pitch
And
because I know that's gonna matter.
And I don't know what his pitch count was.
Yeah, I'll get that to you in a second.
So he's going to have the rest of the night off. He'll have tomorrow off.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has tomorrow off. And then he'll probably have Wednesday off if it's not, if he's not really needed. So I see Sheehan still pitching behind Glass.
Yeah, that would be for he's talking about
game 4. Yeah.
No, he's talking about who comes in after Yamamoto tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. So Sheehan went 27 pitches. Because he is a starter, so I don't know, right? It's like how. But I'm with you. I think he would definitely. I would almost go. It depends on the situation, but I would rather have him piggybacking with Glasnow. Have Tyler go 6, Sheehan 3, close it out. I just think they could do that. You got to be a little bit careful. Too much exposure, but Sheehan stuff. He's a starter, so the exposure is not as big a deal. Like some of these relievers, they're a one-trick pony.
I think the part of who comes in after Yamamoto tomorrow, and he's got Glasnow pitches game 4. Well, Glasnow's coming in to pitch in game 4. Is he talking like who's going to relieve Yamamoto? You're muted.
How about now?
There you go.
It did that weird. It did the little flutter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I should have just went back to it. But so Glasnow is scheduled for game 4. So he's asking who comes in after Yamamoto tomorrow, and it's not tomorrow; it's Wednesday.
Is that to relieve Yamamoto?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what he's talking about. Yeah, relieving Yamamoto. So it's you're going to have, in my opinion, you will have when the lefties come up, a lefty will come in in that period of time. I don't think they're going to try to do Sheehan again for 2 innings or anything. It depends. Yeah, Glasnow's. Yeah, they're just gonna have to figure it out. I honestly got to go for 6 or 7.
If Yamamoto pitches 7 innings, I won't be surprised if Sasaki comes in and pitches the 8th and 9th inning.
Yeah. Yep. That's a very good point.
Because he only threw 4 pitches today?
2.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a side session.
Yeah.
Yamamoto pitches a no. I like it. That's simple. Hey, we know he's got it in him. At least 26 deep. Yeah. Well, it's good. It's good to get this W.
Oh yeah.
Who would have thunk that we would come out of these first two up 2-0? My gosh, Kirsch piggyback Yosh, that could be it too. I think it just depends. I don't know how they feel about Kirsch. I mean, I know they love him. We know that and we don't want him to play sentimental.
They're here to win games right now.
Yeah.
Not
But
doing.
if they believe that he matches up well with them, then he might get a little bit of run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they get finished. So I got a friend of mine. He came in the other day, Dominic. So he got tickets for Thursday, game 4. It's like, dude, you can't root for the other guys. He wants to go to that game.
Yeah.
So I actually think though, I wonder if the Cubs, let's say the Cubs finish off the other guys, or the Brewers finish off the Cubs, and let's say the Dodgers somehow do lose on Wednesday. I think that game gets pushed back. It won't be at 3:08. It'll be much later.
Honestly, I see that series going 4 games.
Yeah.
I think the Cubs will win the first game at home.
Interesting. I don't know what they got. Well, I guess Jamison Tyon. He's okay. It's like, Brewers are those guys. They make all that contact, and they're really well managed. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, yeah, he disciplines guys, and demands everything. Here's a Dodger Insider. Wild card game 1, Snell 9 Ks. Wild card game 2, Yamamoto 9 Ks. NLDS game 1, Ohtani 9 Ks. NLDS game 2, Snell 9 Ks. So our starters have all gone at least 6 innings. They've all gotten 9 Ks.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah. What a difference.
I don't know if you saw it. Let me put this one up here. I just think it's funny. Roki about the intense Philadelphia fans. I don't understand English that well, so I don't know what they were saying, and I didn't mind. So, but you look at him and you go, he just doesn't look like he's got that strength of mind, but he does. He's got it, man.
He does, man. He does. Why do you think they called him the monster?
Yeah, this is so true. The righties are just weak. I don't see what do they do in the next series? I mean, Benny Caps has to be one of them. Do they give Edgardo another shot? I don't know. The way I thought he didn't directly call him out, but Doc took him to the woodshed in public, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
and probably goes back to whatever happened in spring training.
Yeah.
Talented young man, but that's what you get for big leaguing me, man. Wasn't happy with that.
I know you were.
Shouldn't do that. It's just, yeah. And then there's gossip going on about Robleski. Do you see that? See that stuff?
No.
Someone put some. If you heard about what's going on with Robleski, put something in the chat. Keep it clean. Something about girlfriend problems that's being exposed on the internet machine, on TikTok.
What?
Yeah. So like, dude, I don't know. It's just one of those things that probably doesn't help, but also didn't help that he got lit up by the Phillies before.
Yeah. Yeah. But, he's a different pitcher than what he was back then.
Yeah. Well, but that was 2 weeks ago, though. I mean, that's
yeah.
He did get lit up by them. I haven't even looked at and once it's over, we'll do a breakdown of the Brewers for sure. Again, that's who I think it will be. Pretty obvious, but just to look at the left, right, left, look at the matchups. Look at what they got. You lost the feed?
Try refreshing, Norm.
Yeah, just hit refresh. See what happens. That does happen sometimes. I'm going to check it over here real quick too. Make sure we are still live, and all the way live.
I never even say anything about Robleski.
Yeah, there was some stuff. I have no idea how true it is. That's why someone was saying History Man 0828 says it's not true, but who knows? Stay out of the controversy, boys. That's definitely a Dodger thing, is to stay out of controversy.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a crazy woman, get rid of her. Unless you're married, different story. Don't do that. Oh, okay. I'm not going to highlight that one, but thanks, Noah.
Mm.
So, any predictions, sweep? Well, Dodgers going to win this sucker. I mean, let's go. Let's go get it. I mean, I was, I was super confident going into today's game. I just thought they would hit Luzardo a little bit better. Yeah. So other than that, Javier, I mean, if you say Yamamoto is pitching against almost any pitcher except like Skeens, I'm going with, or prime Walker Buehler. I'm 100% going Yamamoto. Put Klein on the roster. That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Not Kevin Klein, not Dodgers incline, but
yeah.
Where is it? It would be because he was looking good, but then they sent him down. I know they sent him down just because it was to get a guy on the roster, but it's like that guy kind of, I think you'd go to him over, maybe even over Benny Caps. What did Benny do in? I saw a little bit of him.
And his last
in
part of the season with Oklahoma.
Yeah,
he didn't have a very good game when he went back, but he was fine. He looked good.
Okay.
I
think he just wore out a bit.
It's kind of funny because it's like, Klein was doing okay with Oklahoma. He wasn't pitching like he did when he came up with the Dodgers.
Yeah, he just, it's like he found something maybe, or Rob Hill found something.
And it was the same thing with Knack. Landon Knack had a horrible end of the season, and then he comes in and plays against the Mariners.
Yeah,
and it's just like, wow, where was this? Like,
yeah,
because the Oklahoma pitching blew it for their chance to go to the series.
Right.
Their bullpen was You think the Dodgers bullpen is horrible? Oklahoma City's bullpen is atrocious.
So you're saying they're a Dodger bullpen?
You lose. You're up 10-2 going into the eighth. What was it? The seventh or eighth inning, and you lose 12-10.
Oh boy. Who do they even have? I mean, I lost track of some of their players because
Klein was part of that.
Yeah.
God, the start. Not Fiducia.
Oh, I think I know where you're going.
Frasso.
Oh, Frasso, yeah.
He couldn't make it as a starter, and they put him in the bullpen, and he just stunk it up there too. And yeah, and that Rodriguez kid, the kid from Mexico,
Yeah,
was just horrible.
Yeah, didn't he pitch like one inning with the Dodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So Benny Caps, let's go. I'm going to work backwards. So his last game was September 20th. Gervais is interesting. Hey, Jennifer. Yes, they did. Let's go, right? And then, Gervais is interesting. Yeah. Dan, I'm going to leave that. Does Conforto see the light of day this postseason? Shoot, man. I don't know. Maybe if it's the Blue Jays, but if they're, it goes back to if they're playing Kike all the time, there's no room for Conforto in the starting lineup. And then what does he do on the bench? He's a one at bat pinch hitter, maybe.
If Miguel Rojas is hurt, you will see Conforto.
Yeah. Even though, and they might have to keep Kim instead of sending him down. But okay, so working back, September 20th, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Okay, cool. September 19th, 0.2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, strikeout. Wonder if that was a home run. And let's see, September 14th, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. That's a good one. September 13th, 1 inning, 2 runs, or 2 hits, 1 run. And then September 10th was his first one, 1.2 innings, 3 strikeouts. So he gave up runs in, when did he pitch? 5 games. He pitched in 2 of the 5 games. Bobby Miller. Oh man.
No.
I wish.
No.
I just could not. I couldn't imagine him going out like in a place like Philadelphia. Oh man, because they don't. First of all, I still don't think they manage him right in terms of like go out and talk to him.
I don't know. I think you already know my position on Miller.
Yeah. 0 effort. No, Javier. Trust me. Blake Trinan gives the effort. He just didn't have it. And that happens. And he doesn't have it regretfully a lot more than he used to. Rather play. Oh man, poor Conforto.
Yeah.
Well, that guy, hopefully he gets a nice World Series ring. I'd look at it personal. I'd like to see him and Yates and guys actually make a contribution to feel like they won something other than just, I don't know. It's kind of a bummer, but get your ring somehow.
I don't even see next year, Aaron.
For Bobby Miller.
Yeah.
Well, they'll probably, they have a choice. You have to either trade him now or you definitely just say you are a full-time reliever, and that's it.
I think they trade him and go after like 1 or 2 relievers in the offseason.
Yeah, the relievers they go after are going to be they're going to go back to the dime store because it really didn't work out. Spending all the money,
especially with Yates not going to be coming back.
Yeah. Scott will be back.
Yeah,
the contract says that unless they could trade him. They really could. Trainer's ready to be Daniel Hudson. That might be the case. That actually might be the case where he might be done. I mean, he's 37. This guy ain't he's not young. He's not a young one. He's got a lot of injuries on his body. He does have another year of his contract, so I expect him to be there because I'm not turning away from $11 million.
Well, I mean, I honestly, if they win the World Series, it wouldn't surprise me if he retired at the end of this year.
Yeah, some guys might. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Yates, next year, it'll be tough for him to get a job. He won't get I don't think he gets a major league contract next year. But if Yates can still get this ring, I think he'd be pretty happy with that. I think he's one of those guys that's not quite at the 10 years, believe it or not, because he came up real late. He was a real late bloomer, and that guy was really good. He says, one of the things he says this year is the seams are different. It's impacting him, but also could be he's just 38.
Yeah,
that does happen, folks. Let me look at Kirby. Yeah, that dude was drafted in 2005. So that was even before Kersh, right? Because Kersh was 2006.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's got 10 years. So good for him. He's got his 10 years. So Yeah, 10 years matters for pensions and things like that. But I, hopefully they get rings. So what is it? We need 9 more. Is that really what it is? 9 more wins. Usually I'd do that. Yeah, for trying it might be time. I don't know, but I think right now he's still on the roster. So, but it could, again, it could look like this could be like Washington 2019. They used about 8 pitchers, and the rest of them sat there just in case there was a blowout. But they were very careful with what they did because they just didn't have very good pitchers. Daniel Hudson was their closer, and he went on a good run. Yeah, 82 and 80. Yeah. Yeah. You know what is Robleski was throwing balls at 8 different catchers. I get you, Dan. I get you, Dan. He needs to straighten up if he's doing that.
Wow.
Yeah. So Trinan, I'm not going to turn down 11 million, and one of the reasons why. So his contract, he could have gotten more on a 1-year deal, but instead he went with the Dodgers, got the 2-year deal, and split it up because he probably would have gotten 15 million on the open market without, but for a 1 year. So go for it. If he comes back, and the Dodgers can always release him if he's not any good next year. But he's also a leader in that on that team. I'm gonna stay away from that, Dan.
Jeez, going off.
Dan's been reading. Let's see. Remove B-Row. No, they're not. I think they're keeping B-Row on that roster. I think they put Dalton on because they haven't played Dalton. They haven't even played him. We looked it up. Let's see. Add Caps. Yeah. Then swap Klein for one of the left-handers. Yeah. Definitely one of the catchers will not be on the roster. So that'll give them a roster of 12 plus Shohei, and they could still add another one if they wanted to, but that would mean taking Justin Dean, which is, if they want to do that too. But it is nice to have Justin Dean out there in center field and Paez in right. Even though it seemed that ball that triple that was hit, it seemed like Paez got a little lost out there in right field with that ball. Yeah. But he seems to be. I like him in right field a lot better, and so I like having a better defense out there. Having Teoscar not in on defense to me is a very important thing. Will the Yankees lose tomorrow? Another way they're going. Yeah. Oh, see, even more. So he did a little bit of that. So yeah, he's sticking around. So that means he left some money on the table for this year, and so that's fine. The Yankees, there you go. Yeah. So let's stop talking about next year. We got big stuff coming. Aaron Nola and Ranger Suarez, or is it? Wait, no, it's Christopher Sanchez, Ranger Suarez. Okay, get it, Rogers. We got those guys going against Yamamoto. Max Muncy will start. Probably Will Smith will start, and we're all good.
Yeah,
I like it. All right, man. I gotta go to bed.
Me too. Me too.
I'm tired. I only put in 12 hours today, so. Do you see Teoscar going back to left since Conforto won't be there?
No.
He has to either go to left field or he has to be traded. Just saying. He can't play right field next year. There was a terrible experiment. It just didn't work. Yeah. Don't care if he likes right field. He's terrible out there.
I definitely see him go to left field next year, but I don't see him going through it.
That's what they're meaning is next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not this year. Yeah, because Conforto won't be there to block him next year. Conforto ain't blocking anyone right now.
No.
He's taking batting practice, simulated games and all that stuff. So, all right, yeah, it was fun. Anything else for you, Mike?
I'm good.
I just started to really fade.
Me too.
Oh,
me too.
Gosh, The long day caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need another Blue October. Not a fan of the band, but let's have the Dodger Blue October, and let's have that parade again. That's what I'm looking forward to. I want to go again. I want to enjoy the heck out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice try, Noah. Yeah, next year will be interesting. We'll have plenty of thoughts on that, but hopefully not. I don't want to be talking about it until November.
Exactly.
After we win. So yeah, it is. Think Blue. It's a great day to be a Dodger fan. Absolutely. Yeah, I get to. Yep. Yesterday, my worship pastor had a Dodger hat on.
Nice.
Well there, so I took the picture, sent it to my youngest,
Mhm.
and to Richie also, of course.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and now we all a lot of I saw actually, and I went to Costco after the game after church yesterday. There was a ton of Dodger gear. More Dodger gear than Padre gear. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
In San Diego. Gotta love it.
All
All right, cool.
right, guys.
Sign off then. All right. As always, thank you so much, everyone. God bless.
And go Dodgers.